Hello and welcome back to Aquaria. This is part 10, and today we'll be going back and picking up some stuff that we couldn't reach the first time around.
Yes. All in our glorious fish form.
I'm Breadmaster.
And I'm Gibby Jones.
And the first thing you could notice is the remix of the Kelp Force song.
I like whenever you dash, like, you do, like, a fish wheelie. Like, that's what it looks like. You're doing a fish wheelie.
I should also apologize now, as a Let's Player and a game scholar, for misinforming people in the previous video about fish forms, bubbles, being able to trap small fish. It turns out that was completely wrong, and I should have checked my sources better. I'm so ashamed.
Whatever.
Not whatever. I mean, if this was an academic paper, I would have gotten I would have gotten so many criticisms.
Yeah. But this is a Let's Play, so
I conduct myself the same manner either way.
You're still gonna get criticized, but Let's Plays are a lot more fun than papers.
You haven't published a paper before, though.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't consider that happy fun times.
It depends on the paper, really. And this is the Mermog Cave, and these are Mermogs.
Yes, the fish frogs. The Mermogs.
Mermog's a good word. Yeah, so the remix of the Kelp Force theme came originally when the first game was first released in the soundtrack, so you had to buy it. But now you can find it on Holoca's Bandcamp page. But don't look at it yet because it's got spoilerly title names. Also, here's the boss of the Mermogs, Mergog.
So this boss seemingly just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Also, I tried to use shield there, but there were so many projectiles, it basically knocked my shield out within a few seconds.
Yeah, it looks like more of a avoid it rather than tank it type of thing.
Yeah.
I like how you can just take a moment.
Hold up. Gotta cook.
It's like in Skyrim, how it's like, hold on. I need to eat 27 cheese wheels.
He's got a fairly predictable pattern, or at least...
Yeah.
Oh, since nature form is immune to wall hazards like those thorns, you can cling to it and avoid most of the shots, which is pretty nice.
Ah, so that's what makes it useful. Oh gosh.
Yeah, laser. That's hard to dodge. It feels like we're fighting the thing he's sitting on more than Mergog himself.
Well, yeah, he's like, look at my chair. I have a glorious chair.
I can't tell if he's just sitting down or if he's like half inside that thing.
It looks like he's half inside.
Like he's so fat that he's stuck.
He's also like sitting on it backwards.
Yeah. But we beat him.
The fin kind of makes a like mohawk for the thing.
Our second pet.
Yeah, that's not gross.
It's a piranha. The cool thing about the piranha is that, like the Nautilus, it deals damage to a single enemy. But if it manages to kill an enemy, it eats it and shares it with beast form Nyjah.
Ah.
So if that enemy has a projectile attack, it shares it with Nyjah.
Interesting. That's pretty handy.
He doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. I think his bites are weaker than beast form's bites, so it's actually harder to kill things with him. But
okay, what is up with the Mermog just casually walking through there? Like,
I don't know, but
you have to be a tiny fish thing, and then they're just like, yeah,
whatever.
I'm a fish man, so
maybe he's slippery
apply to me. Maybe he's one of those really thin fish.
Like a needle nose? Or what is it? Pipefish.
Yeah. It's just like super flat. Oh man. Piranha's looking back, it's like, Father, is that you?
Are you still giggling at fish form?
Yes. I don't think I'll not giggle at fish form. I keep finding new things, like the fish,
The fish dash?
the fish dash. I mean, Nash is doing sick wheelies.
Now, there's gotta be something back here. I don't know what, other than more thorns that I can't see. So once we find a way to see in the dark, we'll come back there. I don't think there's a treasure there. It might be just a song plant.
But there is going to be a see in the dark mechanic.
Maybe.
Then.
Yes.
Aha! Context clues.
Just like there's a mechanic to get past the steam.
Oh yeah, and these little
Nudibranchs.
things. Yeah. Which you've trapped yourself with.
It's much easier to get past them with fish form.
Yeah. Well, you are, like, really tiny, so... that makes sense.
Got it. I like this remix of the forest theme a lot.
It's really upbeat.
Yeah.
Like, it gets you energized, it's happy. It's a good remix.
Yeah. Hey, you remember that verse egg that we saw behind a door?
Vaguely.
It was just last video. Hey, remember these
that
plants?
was also a week ago. Oh, can you... What?
We can open them with nature
Aha!
form. And they all have pearls. We only need one, but I opened them all anyway.
We've got so many keys!
And only one door. It's kind of weird. You find these pearls, but they're in plants and not clams.
That is weird. Maybe they're not pearls then.
That's possible. They're just some sort of orb that looks like a pearl.
Yeah. Now, what I'm more interested in is how these orb-shaped keys and energy shots power their doors, but that's me overthinking things.
There's an easy answer. The verse that Nyjah sings, it's magic.
Well, yeah, I know that.
And once you have magic established, you don't really need to explain a whole lot.
I just guess everybody's magic.
So to get this
They
verse egg,
were-
you actually do need fish form.
Haha.
So if you want to get 100% of the verse eggs, you need to get fish form at least.
Which, I mean, you would always want fish
As I
form.
absorb
It's
the
the best
essence of
form.
the verse, my
It's your
life
favorite
force
form.
was increased.
It is the best form.
So that's basically all that we're going to do in this area right now. There's one more place in the kelp forest that I'm going to show off. It's down below us near the turtle that we found.
Aha.
Look, we're here.
Through the magic of editing.
Now, in fish form, as I said earlier, there are some enemies that ignore you.
Mm-hmm.
One of them,
Oh, like...
the moss heads.
Yeah.
And behind a moss head in this area is a secret passage to one of my favorite parts of the kelp forest. This one right here.
Oh, wow. Is this even on the map?
It might not be, because the mini-map is still darkened, which means that we're in an area that doesn't... Oh no, it's on the map, yeah. It's just so far removed. Look!
Oh, gosh!
Yay! This is the walker garden. More walkers.
So creepy.
We're just happy to have a friend.
Like how your piranha is just swimming backwards, like, don't mess with me.
Now, normally, you'd have to use a different form to get to that treasure up there, but with fish form, we can get there. I'm not sure if it's actually intended to use fish form in this way, but you can slip right past this walker this way.
Aha!
It's a baby!
Are you getting a pet walker?
No.
Oh no.
Well, technically yes, for the cave, or home.
What home isn't complete without a walker?
I find it kind of questionable for Nyjah to just take a walker baby. Like, those have got to be its parents right there.
This entire time she's been kind of like morally, strong, but then it's like, oh yeah, I want this baby. It's like, Nyjah, no. That's not how. No.
Nyjah, you might not have had parents, but please.
Nyjah, please understand.
That about does it for the collectibles in the kelp forest. So now we're going to use the fast travel.
Aha! The ancient turtle.
Kind of looks like they have headlights with the blue crystals. The way the fast travel system works is that it's sort of like a cycle. So each time you use the ancient turtle, it takes you to the next one in the cycle. You don't pick which one you go to.
Oh, so it just brings you somewhere
with a turtle that you found. We're going back to Mythalis to get some more things that we can reach now with fish form and nature form.
Turtles are literally the bus.
Yes.
But I don't need to stop here. Doesn't matter.
Bus stops here.
The bus stops here. Get off. But I still need to get off. Once again, showing that fish form's the best.
It's a plushie of Mythala.
That has to be one of the cuter treasures.
It's weird though, like, it must be based off of before Mythala went all beastly, right? He's still got those, like, horns, though.
But it's kind of like happy horns.
Soft plush horns.
It's kind of like how dinosaurs are terrifying, but Barney is beloved by every child.
Yeah, I won't argue that. I liked Barney when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I quickly grew out of that when I hit, like, age 7 or 8.
Oh man, I was like 5.
When you stopped liking Barney?
Yeah.
Wow.
Granted, I also didn't have younger siblings.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I watched a lot of kids shows that were way too young for me because of my younger siblings.
Yeah, I was into Scooby-Doo and Johnny Quest by then.
Was it like the 90s reboot of Johnny Quest where he had like the VR?
No.
Oh.
No, it was on,
Boomerang?
Wait, what is this?
You remember this?
Beyond Death. Beyond Death. We Hide?
Yes.
Aha.
What's this one?
Looks like Roll Mythalis, but...
Or Rule Mythalis?
Rule Mythalis.
This one I don't know, but...
That's better. What? What?
It's the
what?
priests.
Oh,
they never
creepy.
left.
Oh, gosh.
They're also ghosts.
What is with these boss fights just popping out? They're just like...
These are all optional
Yeah.
so far.
Gosh.
I figure, oh well.
Yeah, it feels like you came across like... It's like the Dragon Priest in Skyrim.
Yeah.
You just suddenly come across, you're like, oh no! Stop, 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 stop!
I figure
And
it's
they don't
only
stop.
narratively
Die.
appropriate to beat them in beast form and just shoot everything.
That moment when you become the bullet hell boss.
I actually ran out of shots in beast form, so I had to switch.
Well done.
After singing the song of the spirit form, I would detach from my mortal frame and enter the world between the living and the dead. Thankfully, I could only hold this form for brief distances. I did not wish to linger in that cold world long.
So you were thinking something like lava or heat resistance, right?
You become a ghost.
You astrally project to get past the steam. So these blue crystals are paired. And when you're in spirit form and you right-click near one of them, it teleports Niaja's body to the crystal.
Huh. Interesting.
And the spirit form is also one of the optional forms. And so you don't need it to beat the game. But it's really used for puzzles only.
Yeah.
We found Prince Drask's trident. I think that's the first time we learn of. Oh no, wait, we saw him in the vision from Mythala.
Yes.
Oh, so that says "Fear the Lord." You were right.
I knew I was right.
Yep. I think I told you were right when you figured it out the first time.
I believe so.
It was a long time ago.
Also, like how it's like, what else could it say?
Our God is eating us.
Fear the lard.
We're back home,
Home waters.
and we're gonna go back and get some stuff in the Crotite and the Irulian ruins.
Yeah, get in that fish form. Oh man, I am surprised this piranha isn't just destroying all these fish. It's being pretty tame for a piranha. Granted, my only experience of piranhas are movies.
Yeah.
So,
Or Animal Planet shows.
yeah.
So you might remember there was a little passage right at the beginning.
Oh yeah. I kind of just thought that was part of the,
Environment.
aesthetic. Yeah. What is that? Getting all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I think we've already passed the halfway point for treasures. You could also get to that treasure through the Fallen God's chamber.
Yeah. Still creepy.
There's one more thing, too.
Aha!
You remember that door that didn't have an orb in it?
Well, sure, I'm about to find out.
Well, there was a red plant nearby.
Oh! That's neat.
I think this might be the only other instance of this being used. Come to think of it. I may be wrong. I can't remember the red plants ever showing up again.
Oh, good. So you can carry that in fish form.
Yeah, the bind song will still be in effect when you switch forms.
That's good.
Tiny little fish dragging this orb 3 times its size.
Uh-huh. Now give it power! As you get more sweet loot.
Now we just get another boss fight.
Oh my gosh.
It's not technically a proper boss fight. It doesn't have the boss fight music.
Yeah.
But this is...
It's like a harder, like, mini-boss.
Yeah.
With a series of enemies that are making life difficult.
It's just a bigger form of the blaster enemy.
Good thing you have so many healing items.
Yes. I usually, before I start recording, I usually, like, make a lot of food.
Makes sense, then you don't have to re-record things.
Yeah, and if I decide to make any new recipes, I show it at the beginning of each video. This boss is kind of lackluster.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of simple, like, mechanic-wise.
Yeah, you just shoot it until it dies.
Yeah. Granted, a lot of bosses are like that, but sometimes it's like, oh, you have to solve a puzzle or something, but...
And we get a third pet.
Blaster pet egg.
Mm-hmm. This one is just a little blaster that shoots at enemies.
That's cool.
Yeah. Really, though, the piranha pet has the most utility of the pets we've found so far. Here I am, again, showing off my shame of Bubbles not doing anything.
Just shooting bubbles.
It's just cute.
It kind of reminds me of, like, blowing bubbles into milk. It's like...
I think the blaster pet, if you really want to min-max, is probably the least effective at dealing damage because it shoots projectiles and so they have travel time.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, it would be difficult for the blaster pet to hit anything because it's not aimed.
I think the shot's home, though, a little bit.
Okay.
But they still have
Well,
travel time, so...
Yeah, that makes up for it a little bit. But...
Remember this guy?
What? You can just swim, like...
Because nature form is immune to environmental stuff like that. Beast form isn't.
Ah.
But there's a current pushing against us, so it makes it slow going. We get a koosh ball.
This kind of reminds me of those, like, oh hey, you have 10 tickets here at the arcade. You can buy this or 25 rings.
Or a foam airplane.
That's gonna break after the first throw.
And you wonder why the arcade died out. So to finish off this video,
we're some good ones.
Oh yeah.
Out there.
We're gonna go look at all the treasures we found so far.
You're gonna just bask in your wealth. Wahaha!
There's the anemone seed.
AKA the koosh ball.
There's Jelly Lantern. I would feel weird putting a plush doll of a god I killed next to my bed. But you do you, Nija.
Yes. That weird sound effect.
Wow. Here's the little garden that grew from the seed bag. And there's the bouncy jellies. And here's our walker baby, who grew up. real fast.
Poor Walker baby. It's like, I'm trapped here!
Well, I mean, the others were trapped in their little cave they couldn't even get out of.
Yeah, but they could at least socialize. Granted, at that point, they're probably like, you know, like, gosh, I really dislike you.
Wow.
Wow. So peaceful.
Yep. These are the plants that came from the big seed we found in the very beginning.
Ah.
There's the pot of meat. So much meat.
Aha! It does indeed make a lot of meat.
Yep.
When you said that it gave meat, I thought it was like maybe 1 or 2.
Nope.
Like, not like 8 of them. Sheesh.
It's kind of hard sometimes.
Oh, gosh.
Now, there's the treasure chest.
Once again, proving my theory that this all takes place in a giant, like, Bass Pro fish tank. And Nyjah is nothing more than a magical sea monkey.
I find it distressing that there is, like, flesh growing on the walls in Nyjah's home.
Yeah, she should probably be concerned about that.
And we'll worry about that later. Next video,
In the
more
next
optional
video.
stuff.
Yes. Stay tuned.